Hello, my name is Romael and I'm going to be demonstrating how to clean and take care of your tenor saxophone. I'm going to be in the 10th grade next year and I hope this video still survives. Okay, so rule number 1, you're always going to want to attach your neck strap to your saxophone before you even start cleaning. This is to make sure so if you drop or slip in any step of the way of the process, you don't damage your instrument or let it fall. So before you start, you're going to want to have a large or medium size saxophone swab. You can also have a mouthpiece swab or a mouthpiece brush if you own one. Cork grease. We're going to save the cork grease for the end so that we don't get our hands greasy while we're messing with our instruments. And have your mouthpiece and your neck piece with you as well. Okay, so first we're going to be cleaning the saxophone itself. So there's going to be a weight attached to the saxophone swab, so drop the weight down. Okay, so first we're going to be cleaning the saxophone itself. So there's going to be a weight on the saxophone swab, so drop the weight down the saxophone. Once you hear that it hits the bottom, you're going to want to tip the saxophone over so that the weight reveals itself at the bottom. Once you see the weight, you're going to want to pull on it and tug so that the cloth itself starts cleaning the saxophone. Once it comes out, you're going to want to do it multiple times so that you can ensure that your saxophone's clean. Okay, so secondly, we're going to be cleaning the mouthpiece. So you're going to want to have your smaller saxophone swab. We're going to put the weight through, again, just like the same routine as the saxophone. And then we're going to pull through just like the saxophone. You're also going to want to do this multiple times to ensure that this is also clean as well. You might want to clean it with water too, but dry it thoroughly once you've cleaned it with water so that it doesn't cause any water to like cause condensation inside of your saxophone and make other stuff rust. So just like the mouthpiece, we're going to be doing the neck piece with the same saxophone swab, the same mouthpiece swab. We're going to put the weight down the neck piece. Make sure it goes through the smaller hole first where you attach your mouthpiece on. And then pull through. Do not clean this one with water as this one's made out of brass, and you're also going to want to do this multiple times. So when you grab the saxophone without your neck strap, you're going to want to grab by the bell. You don't want to grab holding the keys because you might risk damaging them, so always hold by the bell. And when you put down your saxophone on the floor on a chair, you're always going to want to have the keys facing down, because if you put your saxophone the other way around, you're going to have some keys pressing down and you might risk denting some of them or damaging. Okay, so next we're going to be tending to our cork on the neck piece. So what you're going to want to do is have your cork grease. Make sure it's up. We did this last because cork grease usually gets, as it says in the name, it's going to be really greasy. So you're going to want to dab some of the cork grease onto the cork. Don't put too much, or else it'll be really easy for your mouthpiece to fall off. And once you have some dabs on there, you're going to want to clean it with you're going to want to spread it all around with your hands. And that's your neck piece. Okay, so before you put your saxophone back into your case, you're going to want to put the cap on the top. This is mainly used just to make sure that the receiver of the saxophone won't bend or dent, so that your neck piece can still fit in perfectly. So when you put that in, you're going to want to remember grabbing your saxophone by the bell. You're going to put it in carefully into your case. And then you have your saxophone in. You're going to want to make sure your stuff is all on your mouthpiece. Make sure you don't have any reeds on your mouthpiece when you're putting it away. If you leave your reeds on top of your mouthpiece, there's going to be a lot of gross stuff and mold growing inside. So you're going to want to make sure your mouthpiece is also dry before putting it in. So dry off your mouthpiece, or else you're going to have some mold and some really gross stuff growing. Your neck piece, also once it's ready, put it back. And then the rest of your belongings that you use to clean your saxophone, you can put back into the designated areas inside of your case. Also make sure you have extra reeds inside of your case, just in case one of them breaks, you still have many more. You could put your cleaning supplies inside of your case, or you could just leave it at home. Make sure there's nothing touching the keys as you're putting it back inside, because if you have something obstructing the keys when you're putting your saxophone away in your case, most of the keys would get damaged by that stuff. So no band books, no folders, nothing on top of the keys. Okay, so once your saxophone's in place, make sure it's closed all the way so that nothing's obstructing it. Make sure everything's closed, because you don't want everything like falling out as soon as you take it off. And then you should be ready to go.